What is going on YouTube? It is Japan here, and we are back with another deck that I've been wanting to try out for quite some time, and this is the Mismagius Perma Confused deck that we have going on here. So basically, as the deck, as Mismagius reads, as long as this Pokemon is in the active spot, whenever your opponent's active Pokemon moves to the bench during their turn, their new active Pokemon is now confused. So you leave them perma confused almost in a sense. If 9 times out of 10, everyone's natural reaction or way to get rid of confusion on your Pokemon is just to retreat and pivot to a new Pokemon. Because pivoting out of the active spot pretty much negates every condition, right? Paralysis, sleep, poison, like it negates everything. So everyone's basic answer when it comes to some sort of status condition is to find some way to pivot that Pokemon. Mismagius kind of prevents that from happening, saying that you no matter what you do, if you pivot, that new Pokemon is going to come in confused as well. So yeah, it kind of makes for an interesting play. It kind of nullifies and negates like things like switches and supporter cards that may be able to switch out your active. Like I believe Surfer is one of those cards. So things like switches and Surfers are completely negated by Mismagius' swirling pros. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, you know, having perma confusion on there. And also for a decent attack, I mean, 2 psychic energies, 150, and you may draw cards until you have 6. So it's a draw engine in its own. Draw 6 for 150 damage. 2-shotting most EXs that aren't megas. So yeah, I mean, it's not too bad overall. So yeah, we're going to try to put it in a perma-confused state. To back it up, we're running with the Dudunsparce Draw Engine, the Munkidori, to move damage counters, just in case we don't get one shot. Fezandipiti for draw, and then a big play in this deck as well is also the Brambleghast. Brambleghast is a Pokemon that's very needed to get this combo working because one, how are you going to get your opponent's Pokemon confused? You don't do any confusion in your kit whatsoever. Well, Brambleghast does that for us. Brambleghast's ability, Prison Panic. Once during your turn, when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may use this ability and it makes your opponent's active Pokemon confused. Meaning, as soon as you put down a Bramblin, and then on your next turn, if he's still alive, you put down a Brambleghast, it automatically confuses their Pokemon. Which is great, because now they're in the confused state. We hit them for the 150, draw 6 if needed. Now going into their turn, they have to decide how they're going to try to get out of this. If not, I mean, pretty much there's no way. The only way, possibly, that they can get out of confusion, other bypassing the pivoting method, would be evolving your Pokemon. Because evolving is always, as well, if you're not already just a basic Pokemon like Absol you see here, you can evolve out of a status condition. Whether you're asleep, paralyzed, poisoned, burned, confused, you can evolve out of that as well. So you're thinking, well, you know, they can just avoid it by just evolving. Well, then that's where Dizzying Valley comes in. It's a stadium where confused Pokemon, both yours and your opponent, don't recover from special condition when they evolve or de-evolve. Meaning confused Pokemon, if your Pokemon's a basic, it's a stage 1 and it's confused, and if you evolve it, it's still confused. It's not going to get out of confusion, so you can't evolve out of your confusion and you can't pivot out of your confusion. Your opponent literally has to attack, you know, and gamble on whether they're going to do their attack or whether they're going to do 30 damage to themselves. So we do have a couple of supporters here that do help with that. One of them being probably the new boss that we're going to have in this new upcoming rotation, which is great for this deck, which was Lisia or Lisa's Appeal. Switch in one of your opponent's bench basic Pokemon to the active spot, and if you do, the new active Pokemon is now confused. So notice it only says bench, so unfortunately it only works on benched, not benched, but basic. So unfortunately it only works on basic Pokemon. It's not something where you can gust up a Mega or a Stage 1 or a Stage 2. You can only gust basic Pokemon. But if they are playing any like basic EX, like a Latios or something like that, or Fezandipiti, we can gust those up, hit it for 150, and if they pivot, you know, they can't get out of it. So we do have ways of applying the confusion. If it's not through Brambleghast being one of them, and then Lisia's Appeal being another one, and Dizzying Valley making sure that they stay confused by, you know, even if they evolve or de-evolve. So there's a lot of confusion help going on for this, and which is great. So I figured, you know, why not apply these and see about making a deck out of it. We do have here, of course, Buddy-Buddy Poffin, Deduction Kit to go with the draws, Lillie's Determination, Ultra Balls. I am playing one Strange Timepiece, just because I don't feel like we have to really, because I feel like with one, I mean, you can get that cycle going pretty well if it's something that's needing to be like 2-shot or something like that. So I don't really think spamming, you know, spam evolving Brambleghast would be really necessary. I think literally with one, and you know, you can get the ball rolling, and usually that kind of keeps it going. So I think with one would be okay. We have one Arven, 3 Ionos, a Hyper Aroma for the draw, Lisia's as we went over. We have 2 Wondrous Patch, only because it's only a 2 energy costing attack for Mismagius. She's our only attacker. So I figured it wouldn't be too bad just to only have 2 to kind of keep 2 Mismagius going at the same time. So it's not, you know, it's not too much of an attack cost over too much. So I didn't think having more than like 2 would be necessary. And then we have Hilda. So search your deck for an evolution Pokemon and an energy card. Again, helping with either the Dunsparce that we have, or looking for a Mismagius and we have one with an energy on it already. We can get an energy card and do that as well. So a lot of help and support for this, and for the confusion deck. So I'm really, you know, I practiced it a little bit on casual, so it went pretty well. So there were some good games and some bad games. So let's see, you know, what we can do in getting in out of them. And just for energy reasons, we have 1 Dark for the Munkidori and 7 Psychic for the Mismagius. So let's get into some fights and some battles and see what we can do. We have our first game here. We'll call the coin flip. When heads, it's tails. They're most likely going to go first. Yep. Okay. So hopefully we can get a good hand going. It's okay. So we open with the Dudunsparce and the Misdreavus. They open with 4 Pokemon. So we're going against Charizard. They don't do anything. Okay. That is pretty cool. So we have 1 Brambleghast. We have all of our Pokemons here. All of our stadiums. We are short, what, 2 energy? You have all 3 of them there. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have Lilies and just kept the Arven. Because I could have Arven. Well, we'll see. It's going pretty slow right now. If we can somehow... Okay. So they're dead drawing pretty hard. Okay, that's good. I think I want to put it down just in case. I really... Man. I really want Elisa's for the Charmander. But I don't have a Mismagius. That sucks. And we still don't have a way to evolve our fellas here. Oh, next time we do. Okay. That's huge. That's huge. That is huge. Assuming that they still, you know, are in top deck mode and they don't draw like an Iono or anything to disrupt, that's pretty big. That we did the deduction kit and got the Hyper Aroma as the top deck for... Whoa, that's huge, dude. Okay, he's still... Okay, we can probably get... Oh, we got the least... Oh my goodness. Big moment here. And I'm just gonna hit. I'm gonna hit because we already need. I mean, we're just drawing. Yeah, see, we get the Hilda. We didn't shuffle our deck, so the next card is gonna be, I think, another Lisa's. So just in case they put another Charmander down, and if they Iono, then we have the Dunsparce ready to go to draw ourselves out of it. Because there's no way they're gonna hit. They can knock out one or all three. Yeah. Our board was already set up, and he was just unfortunately not drawing well. GG's though. On to the next one. Alright, so we're waiting for our opponent to go here. Alright, I will go first. So, wonder what he's playing. Alright, he's playing fire. This is Donzard. As a Oricoro Oricorio. Sometimes you like during your if you have any Fire Mega Evolutions EX in play, you may use this ability, attach a basic Fire Energy card from your hand to one of your... Okay. So So it's a super accelerator. As often as you like, okay. So it's Bex Caliber but in fire. I don't mind getting the energy. We have Lilies in our hand. Or, yeah. Because I low-key rather have the energy. Because it kind of sucks we got 2 turns without one. Although, if we have some way to discard a psych... That sucks, man, because if we would have went 2 turns right now with the Psychic Energy to attach, we could have Lisa's for the Charmander and just knock it out and put him way behind. And probably just keep Lisia's them. That sucks. I'm going to have to find someone, because I can't go 3 turns without attaching an energy. Okay. We have a way. It is just unfortunately probably going to cost us. Okay, that was close. Because if we definitely went 3 turns without attacking, then yeah, it's pretty much GG. Which he's gonna take 2 prizes here, but that's fine. Because hopefully, on the next one, we can keep him confused. We are going against our weakness, which kind of blows, but it is what it is. He doesn't... Okay, he has a Lilies. So we definitely want to that. I don't think Munkidori's gonna do anything just because he just one-shots us regardless. We're gonna get a Fez. You have 2 Mismagius. I think I already attached for this turn, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. I needed. Maybe we survive it. I needed the patch. Our best bet is he attacks, gets tails, does 30. I do 150. He has 180, and then that kind of sets us up for the one shot if he doesn't retreat. Tails, okay. So he does 30. He's still confused. So does he risk it? He's not going to. He's going to switch into the Moltres and then sacrifice that, and then he comes in with the Charizard and hits it. There's no way he's not going to. There's 1 energy? if this can be double tails, we may come back. There's no way you're short in energy. No way. Did he has one manually? Okay, he has superior. Alright. Maybe I should have. Did I have? I don't think I had Strange Timepiece MEG before, because then I could have used that on my last one, put him back, and then put him down for this. But that does not seem to be the case. Because do we still have... I mean, theoretically we can almost still do it. Because if we can get a Lisia's or Lisa's, we can start the chain with the Oricorio. Because we don't knock it out, and if he wants to pivot, unless he's playing another Turo, I mean that would be our only bet. There's the Lisa. Do we play another, or we're... Oh... No, we missed our Wondrous Patch. Is it prized? Shoot. I think it was. That Wondrous Patch, ooh. Yeah, that's game. We can't, because... He already superior for 4. So we know he has at least 1 to put. Yeah. We can't do anything. That's a 1-coster. Damn, we were 1 card away from starting the chain again. All we literally needed was a Wondrous Patch, which unless it's prized, I didn't see, but even if it was in our deck, we didn't get the we didn't pull it in our draw. Damn. We were 1 card away from starting the chain again. But then again, even if maybe I was like reaching too much, because maybe he does play another Turo. He did have the Pidgeot out and whatnot, so I don't know if maybe he had another Turo ready to go with that same scenario. But yeah. Alright, so we're gonna call Tails. It's Tails. We'll go first. Alright, that's actually pretty good. Assuming he doesn't play a dog deck, then I think I would be more comfortable if we got like a top deck Nest Ball or Buddy-Buddy. That would make me feel a little bit better. Okay, don't think he's playing dog. Do have another energy though. I'll take that. Okay, perfect. All they did was just put tools on. They didn't even put an energy. So Lilies. Oh, Buddy-Buddies galore. And assuming here he's not playing anything that's dark that's going to hit me for weakness, I'm actually going to put the Munkidori. Only reasons why I didn't put him down last time was because we were going against 2 Charizards, and Charizard's just going to one-shot us regardless. So there was literally no point in putting the Munkidori down. This here in particular, I don't see them playing a dark type unless they're playing Absol, which in that case, then whatever. I jumped the gun too soon, but unless he's not playing Absol, but if he's not, then he's not hitting us for weakness. We're actually going to make use of Munkidori this one. So, and there is the thing with Mega Kangaskhan, dude. A 3 retreat cost, and we're 3 prizes on the forefront, already being at risk of getting 3 prizes ahead. So I think if he finds a way to gust up, actually no, because then we'll one-shot it, so it doesn't really matter. Because we can still bring it back out. Really? You play Pokemon Center, lady? Well, maybe it'll be worth playing Brambleghast, because I'm not gonna two-shot it now. So if he manages to pivot, Brambleghast comes in clutch for this one. So I think that'll be the play. I don't think he's pivoting, so I don't have to play Lisia's. Okay, good. Super Rod, there's nothing to Super Rod. I think we're gonna play it safe and do I... Yeah, I think I'm gonna... He has Quick Search, so he can probably amp that up pretty quick. So I think I'm gonna play it safe and go for the Brambleghast just in case. Just in case he decides to pivot, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I would not have done this had he not used the Pokemon Center to heal the damn Kangaskhan. Because 150, 150 is 300, that would have knocked out the Kangaskhan. But because he healed and kind of put the brakes on this whole situation on two-shotting it, now I have to hit it 3 times. So on the off chance like this, where he gets a Lilies and draws 8 cards, if he does get a Quick Search, if he does in fact get a pivot, then whatever he's pivoting in is also going to be confused as well. Unless he does it to Baneri, and then Baneri gets confused, and he evolves into the Mega Baneri, then that's the only way to break it, because I don't have Dizzying Valley. That would be the only way to do it. But if he does do that, I have Lisia's at hand, I can just gust up the Mega Kangaskhan for 3. So, we'll see. Does he get the Baneri? Or does he would, in order to break the chain, he would have to pivot the Kangaskhan to the Baneri, evolve the Baneri, and then that would break it. He doesn't, so we take 3 prizes. Okay. And we have Hilda. Okay. Okay, this is good. So, we don't need to play this because we don't need to evolve any. We don't need to pull any of these. I mean, I kind of already know. We don't need a Hilda right now. I think we can go ahead and timepiece him and save him for the next guy coming in. I don't know if he's able to one-shot me in the next one, but and I kind of want to save this. I don't know, but I think we're just gonna play it safe and get another Hilda. And I don't know if this is the play or not. So we can work our way in getting a Dark Energy in the next turn. He's not able to hit me. Yeah, I think this is good. And we have another Lisa's. Okay. It's gonna take up the Bramblin. Yeah. That's fine, because we still have Lisias if he puts down a basic. Well, something that can live my 150. And we're already 3 prizes ahead. So I think we're okay. He doesn't have a stadium, so he can't assault. He cannot. He doesn't have a stadium. He can't attack. You need a stadium in play, my friend. You just put an energy on the fan rotom. Ooh, I don't think he read. You cannot assault landing without a stadium. No stadium. No stadium in play. This does nothing. Okay, so he has to, unless he plays a stadium, then he has to quick search for a stadium and then get the Bramblin in here. Or knock out the Bramblin to knock out the Bramblin. If he doesn't play a stadium, then he can't. He doesn't play a stadium. I don't believe it. There's your stadium, and that's actually what I need, because then I can confuse. Oh my god, dude. Feels bad. Oh, I don't want to evolve, though. Okay, okay, so I think what we're gonna do is get rid of that. Oh my god, that is hilarious, bro. Okay, we're gonna do that, I think. I don't know if I want a Dizzy. I can't lease those because I'll just knock out, and I can't get the Dizzy chain going, the confusing chain. I think to play it safe, just in case I don't, I think I'm not going to play the Dizzying Valley. Just because if I do Dizzy these guys, it's not going to be worth it because I'm going to knock them out. And yeah, so I'm not going to do that. So we're going to try just to get an energy to, and we don't. I'm going to try to get an energy, anything, and we do. That's what I'm talking about. So then, excellent. Excellent and perfect. So then we can get another just in case. Alright. Should have put a stadium down, man. So here's the downside with this deck. We only hit for 150. So we are not doing a lot of damage. You know, he can easily pivot in and out around my damage. So we have to, I have to essentially, if I really should, find the Lisias to one-shot the Binaries and the Chanseys while I have a chance. Because unless he plays like a pivot, I think he's just going to be rotating in and out, which may cause a problem for me. Okay, so I'm going to put an energy on him. And I don't want him to get fearful of this. I want him to think I'm gonna work my way in one-shotting this. Just in case, because now is a good time to get the train rolling on this. Yes. Going to Hyper Aroma for these two. Save the Wondrous Patch. There's the Lisias. That was kind of a waste, but I need to get 2 Lisias. Okay, we got 1, so I'm gonna save off on. Yeah, this is our win con. I really want to draw into the Lisia as much as I can. I need just to do 1 more. I shouldn't have done this. Maybe I screwed myself? I don't know. Well, let's hope they don't evolve that Binary. He puts another Chansey down. Okay. And unless he plays Iono, we win. Puts another Chansey down. Okay, we win. GG's. And it didn't even evolve the Baneri, so it didn't even really matter that you put the Chansey down or not, because we still could have Lisa the Baneri. Just to have a nice board state. Alright, GG's. So not bad. You can leave your opponents. You see how they have to kind of maneuver and work around the confusion. Some of them flip through it. Some of them have ways around it. Turo and things of that nature. But yeah, it's kind of fun once you get the... Oh, we went up a Pokemon Link. Oh, we're Gyarados now. Once you know, get the lock-in with... it doesn't really work if you're kind of knocking them out, right? Which in most cases you shouldn't be, because you're only doing 150. So unless in instances on that last game where you're kind of knocking out like baby Pokemon, it's kind of really hard to set up the perma confusion, right? So unless you have like the Dizzy Valleying out and the Prison Panic, some way to get them going with the confusion, in the Lisias or whatever. It's kind of hard, especially since that Lisia's only works on basic Pokemon. It doesn't work on any Pokemon. So, I mean, in some cases, basic Pokemon are in the meta right now. In some cases, I mean, you have Mega Absol, Kangaskhan, as you see. So, like, basics like that, it would be really beneficial to, really easy to get them in that permalock state of confusion. But when they're playing like a mega deck that requires evolution, or just an evolution deck in general, it's kind of hard to get them going without having the Prison Panic. And now that I see it, I think playing more than one, I think playing two timepieces would be crucial. I think 2 is good. I think 2. Now that I play it effectively and stuff, and we actually had some good games, I think having at least 2 timepieces would be very beneficial to get it going. But yeah, let me know your thoughts and comments on the deck, what you would take, add, change in any way. But yeah, leave your opponent permanently confused, right? There's no way around it with the Dizzying Valley, where they can't evolve or de-evolve out of it, and they can't pivot out of it. So leave them in a perma-confused state and see how they just take a gamble on hitting you or hitting themselves. But if you guys like the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, always, I appreciate you watching. GG's WPs. Until next time.